Soldiers of Shoot.
Brothers, sisters, Hollywood Edwards here. We are back with a Impact television show review. April 26, 2019, the Go Home Show to Rebellion. Yes, that's right, 2 days away. Big Impact pay-per-view on Sunday. And we are at the Go Home Show, which kicked off with the following. Eli Drake. Man. Oh, man. Unless it's a work, we have an ROH television recording problem here. Don't know if Eli Drake is still with the company, but he kicked off the show. Cut a promo on Eddie Edwards. Of course, we know that these two guys have been teaming up together, only to have Eli Drake turn on Eddie last week. Eddie should not have trusted Eli Drake. No. My namesake. Shout out, Stames. Eddie Edwards. Drake's cutting the big promo on Edwards, and Edwards runs in, and they continue to brawl all the way in the back. Hype to the Go Home Show, basically. Are we going to get this match on Sunday? I'm not sure of the status of Eli Drake. I guess we'll see. Okay, spot. Tessa Blanchard and Gale hype video. So already we are getting the hype packages right off the bat. First match on the card, Ace Austin versus Aiden Prince. This Ace Austin kid, whew, I'm telling you, he will take over the world very soon. This guy is unbelievable. Aiden Prince, very good also, of course. Flip-flop and fly high spots to kick off the show. Couple dives and over-the-top rope corkscrews and all that good stuff. But here's the good thing. After they got that out of the way right off the bat, they decided to slow it down in the middle of the ring. And it became kind of an old-school match, which was pretty cool to see. Great opening match. This Ace Austin, man, you know, we in the past used to talk about Ricochet being smooth. The guy was just smooth. Ace Austin is pretty darn smooth when he's doing his moves, isn't he? Oh my goodness. The way the guy changes direction. I love watching it. It's like a video game. Very Matrix-ish. I will say he will take over the world. I will say, imagine this guy wrestling Jeff Cobb in ROH. Imagine Ace Austin versus Will Ospreay. This is the future of Ace Austin. It's just a matter of time. So, you heard it here second. Hollywood Edwards. Match ends with Aiden Prince going off the top and trying to hit a 450, I believe. But he landed and was caught with an armbar by Ace Austin. And this was a great spot. He had him in an armbar, pulled out the Ace card, and as the ref wasn't looking, gave a paper cut to Aiden Prince between the fingers. Great spot by Ace Austin here. Of course, Ace gets the win. And post-match, he continues a beatdown on Aiden Prince. So he is undoubtedly a heel. He is a dastardly heel, this young man. And, of course, Petey Williams comes out, makes the save, puts the screws to Ace Austin also. And there we go. We're going to be off and running to our next match, our next feud for Ace Austin. Very impressive, great match by both guys. Next, we go to the back. Jordynne Grace is working out, and in comes Taya with the choke of the bar. She's doing presses. Taya's choking her out with the bar. Okay, so Taya and Jordynne start brawling in this makeshift gym. It looked like somebody's, personal workout space in a house. Okay, this was not that good. This was ugly at times. Thankfully, it was short. But they're brawling in the gym. They're using dumbbells and stuff. But the segment ended up with Taya giving a DDT to Jordynne Grace on a 25-pound dumbbell. This was a little rough, to be completely honest. But hyping the pay-per-view. hyping the pay-per-view match. So Sunday we have the Knockouts Championship, Taya versus Jordynne Grace. In the hallway, we have the Rascals. I guess two of the Rascals got some notes to go meet out in the hallway, and they were all confused because they're doing the airhead routine, the Three Stooges basically. And of course, in comes Moose into the hallway, and long story short, he says he has two friends that he promised to the Rascals, and it turns out to be the North, and the North attack from behind, and the three of the heels beat down the Rascals. So I'm sure that's probably going to set up a match at Rebellion on Sunday. If you remember 2 weeks ago, the North, first time I saw them, I was very impressed. Another good tag team in Impact. From there, we move to Johnny Impact versus Cage, a big hype video. I can't get more hyped than I already am, but they took you back through the story, and can't wait to see the match. I'm already sold. Sunday, Impact Championship match. From there, Su Yung comes out with two bridesmaids and the undead maid of honor. Now let me get this straight here, okay? I love this stuff. I love it. I love this horror movie that is this feud. It's fantastic. So we had the undead maid of honor taking on Rosemary. And again, Josh Matthews, as Rosemary's coming out, he said, "Here she comes. She still carries with her the memory of the bunny," referring to Allie because they killed her. Fantastic. So you got two bridesmaids outside, Su Yung outside, the undead maid of honor taking on Rosemary. Very good match. It was short. It was sweet. Rosemary, during the match, I wanted to say this, I jotted it down, that she has a better sling blade than Finn Balor or Seth Rollins. You don't believe me? Pull up the match and watch it. As a big Tanahashi fan, I hate seeing the sling blade used. And this is the first time I saw Rosemary use it. She does it better than Finn Balor or Seth Rollins. Boom. Said it. There you go. Su Yung, at the end of the match, gave that disgusting glove to the undead maid of honor. And Callis said this has never happened before. She's never done this before. So this is huge. This is history here for the undeads. But it created a distraction because she stuck the glove on. She was going to use it and hit the mandible claw, I would assume. But when she turned around, she was green misted by Rosemary. Green mist. Spear 1, 2, 3. Rosemary wins. Post-match, Rosemary chains up the undead maid of honor and takes her away. So she is stealing one of Su Young's soldiers. Guys, Jimmy Jacobs, thank you for existing. Jimmy Jacobs, thank you for everything you give us in the world of pro wrestling. Jimmy Jacobs, I love you. What an entertaining bit this was. I love it. The mandible claw. Oh, this has never happened before. She sticks the glove on, turns around, and gets green misted in the face by Rosemary. I love it. Love it. Build, hype, storylines everywhere on this show. Fantastic. From there, it gets better. This, I gotta say, another great feud they're building here. It's been going on for a while. Rich Swann, Sami Callihan. Rich Swann is at the OVE compound because he wants to talk to Sami. So he walks up, and now this compound, just to paint the picture if you haven't seen this, but this was a great bit right here. This was a great segment. This looks like maybe he lives in the same neighborhood as the Hardys. Okay, maybe Sami and OVE live in the same place as Bray Wyatt. Okay, this is it's a pretty creepy spot, probably in the middle of nowhere. But Rich Swann walks up, and the Chris brothers are outside, and they're saying Sami ain't here, and they're being, weird. They're weird selves. And Rich Swann's like, "F you guys, whatever. I'm walking in." So he goes to the front door. He's banging on the door. Can't get in. And he's calling out Sammy. And this was surprising to me. Rich Swann isn't acting here. Of course, he's playing a character on a TV show. But he's talking in a way that he's being real. Okay? It seems, I got the impression that he was being himself. The way he was speaking, he's banging on the door. He's mad, and then he sinks down, and he's sitting in front of the door, and he's talking about how he was there for Sami Callihan when Sami Callihan's mom died. And he's talking about the friendship, and I believed him. I believed in what he was saying. This feud just went to an emotional place. And that's what the best wrestling feuds do. They take you in. They suck you in. The emotion of the story. So as he's sitting there and talking, he finally gets mad. He starts banging on the door again. And he says, look, if you're not going to come out here and face me like a man, then I guess I'll just see you at Sunday at Rebellion. And he walks off. Of course, Sami Callihan was in there. He slowly opens the door, pokes his head out, takes a swig of beer, spits it on the ground, and slams the door closed after Rich Swann walked off. This, to me right here, just sold any doubt that this feud had. Okay? It just sold it. It wrapped it up. It made it real. It made it emotional. Rich Swann was very passionate when he was speaking. Very, very good. For pro wrestling standards, very, very good. Can't wait till Sunday to see this one. This is where a lot of companies go wrong. It really is. It's just about, I hate you. No real reason why. I just want to beat you. I just want to fight you. Take a look at the WWE Raw and their feuds. They just added a layer to this feud where now you're sucked in, and now you're rooting for Rich Swann. Now I get it. You know, it was the light bulb moment. Great job by Rich Swann here. Now, I didn't mention this, but on Twitch, I'm watching on Twitch. Tonight, it's Scott D'Amore and Don Callis. And at this point right here, they have nachos laid out. Nachos with chili and peppers. And they had other food wrapped up. Looks like they got some takeout. Throughout the show, when the TV show goes on commercial, of course, you have Santos in the back talking. These two guys were here. It's not the first time I saw Don Callis since I've been watching, but these two guys have an awesome back and forth together. Seems like they're really friends. Seems like they were hanging out eating nachos. Very good. Just wanted to say that. Pretty cool guys. Next up, back to the show. Pentagon and Phoenix are in the hallway, and this was fantastic. Johnny Impact comes out because they're tagging together for the main event. With Johnny Impact is Johnny Bravo, standing behind him in a suit. Pentagon and Phoenix start talking in Spanish, of course, and they have the subtitles on the TV, on the screen. So they're basically insulting Johnny Impact, and he doesn't know what they're saying. So Phoenix goes first. He's insulting him, and Phoenix basically said, we're the best tag team in the world, and that's the only part that was in English, so that was the only part Johnny could understand. So, you know, they're making a dick out of him, and Johnny's like, yeah, you know. And Pentagon goes next, and he's like, you understand? And Johnny's like, no, I didn't understand a word of it, but I love your passion. So Impact is he's playing a great heel here. He's such a dumbass chicken shit heel. I love it. And then, of course, he tells Johnny Bravo to hook them up. Walks off screen, and Johnny Bravo's trying to give them sunglasses. So, good spot in the back here by Johnny Impact. Next match, Killer Kross, Willie Mack. Great match, not much to say about it. However, it was very good. Killer Kross had the upper hand, basically controlled Willie Mack for the most part. And then Willie started making his comeback. However, went for a flippity-dippity-doo, and Killer Kross caught him in his finisher. Willie Mack passed out, and that was it. The end. Killer Kross gets the win. Killer Cross has star written all over him. That's all I'll say. Forget it. Forget it. Guy's a star. Hype video for LAX and Lucha Brothers, as if we need it. One of the great matches that'll happen on Sunday. I'm hyped. Debut of the Deaners. Cody Deaner and Cousin Jake. Josh Matthews doing his job once again. Thankfully, he said, Cody Deaner's wearing the backwards hat and Cousin Jake's wearing the vest. Great to hear a wrestling announcer do its job. And it seems like he does a lot. So kudos to Josh. He is letting the people that are just tuning in for the first time feel welcome. WWE can take a note there, because they do not do that shit on Raw. They wrestled two jobbers. It was basically, I don't even know if they were I don't know who they were. They said it. And Josh even explained who they were, which one was which. But, whatever. It was a showcase for the Deaners. Not much to see here. Seems like they're going to be a comedy act, like a cross between the Briscoes if Vince McMahon wrote them. That makes sense? Ish. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really looking forward to seeing the Deaners. If you're a Deaners fan, put it down in the comments and tell me why. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'll see more. Before the main event, we had a pre-match promo. Johnny Impact and Taya. Of course, last week we know now that Lance Storm will be the referee in the title match on Sunday. So Johnny and Taya cut their promo and they say, look, we were trained by Lance Storm. OVW, he was the guy that taught us everything, and he's going to call the match for us. We have him. Don't worry about it. We have him. Of course, Lance Storm comes out, cuts the promo, and he says, nope, I'm calling it down the middle. I'm calling it as I see it. I will not be the guy that you want me to be. I'm not for sale. He's talking about integrity and telling Johnny he forgot the first lesson that Lance Storm taught them, which was to be an asset to the business. So Johnny, he was about to turn around. Johnny grabbed him, duck under, and Lance hit him with a super kick. And actually, when Lance Storm hit that super kick, it looked like he was pumped. He was feeling it. Looked like a veteran that was feeling the flow. And then he hopped up on the apron or up on the corner and was hyped. So then Pentagon and Phoenix come out, the Lucha Brothers. And here we go. All three champions standing up on the ropes. Gold everywhere. LAX comes out. Brian Cage comes out. People, let me tell you something. I'm not going to lie. There was some botching in this match. There was. But the percentage of botch was very small to how many freaking moves were hit in this match. Okay? This was absolute chaos, and it was awesome. You're talking, okay, the match started with, obviously, super kick parties, and there were so many moves hit in such amount of time, I couldn't even keep up. It was insane. Okay? Thankfully, they calmed it down eventually, but let me just say this. The athleticism in the ring was insane. There was a spot that started with, I believe Santana went outside. Phoenix started it. Flipped over the ropes, hit him. Maybe it was Pentagon. Then everybody took a turn. And I'm not talking about one of those WWE spots where they're setting up and, let's catch them. And then somebody goes up on the ropes and carefully does a flip 450 or a moonsault. No. This was rapid fire chaos. Okay? Then they calmed the match down, hit some tag team moves. Then it broke out into chaos again. Then everything's going crazy. Johnny hit some move. He was standing on the apron. I think Callis called it a split-legged springboard spear. So I never saw this before. Johnny from the apron jumps inside the ring, but lands on the second rope inside the ring and launches himself into a spear. There was one spot where he had somebody up in a razor's edge position, and Pentagon and Phoenix hit a double super kick, and then Johnny turned the guy around and hit. I don't even know. I don't even know how these guys call these moves. That's how insane this was. But then you had the chair come out and the ladder come out, and they're teasing the Full Metal Mayhem for Sunday, obviously, with that. Then you had Johnny Bravo pulling the ref, Kid Ref, by the way. Poor Kid Ref got his ass kicked in this match. Just in one fell swoop, runs across the ring, pulls him by the foot. Out he goes. Taya starts jumping on Kid Ref. Dude, it was insane. Absolutely insane. But the baby faces get the win here. Cage got the win. You also had some blood at the end. I think Johnny Impact maybe cut Cage on the back of the neck or an ear. Couldn't really see where it was coming from, but there was blood all over Cage. What a freaking match. What a show. This was a go-home show. This was a good go-home show. I was really worried because, watching WWE for 4 or 5 months and seeing their go-home shows, I was so impressed with Impact recently that I thought to myself going into this show, what else can they do to build up these matches? And sure enough, they pulled it out. This show to me is very old school in terms of the booking. Everything means something. Everything makes sense. And plus they're giving you good matches, and this was another one. So kudos to Impact. And I will see you, Impact, on Sunday night for Rebellion. Great show. I would say this. If you missed the show tonight, you want to check out on YouTube when they do the clips. Check out Ace Austin versus Aiden Prince. Check out, of course, the Undead Maid of Honor versus Rosemary. Check out Rich Swann at the OVE compound for sure. And, of course, the main event, the 3-on-3. I don't know if, I'm sure they'll clip some of the matches and put them on YouTube. So if you haven't seen the show, check those spots out. Wow, you had a bit of everything in this show tonight. And I am thoroughly impressed as a wrestling fan that's looking for some old-style wrestling with storylines that make sense and good promos and good matches and meaning. This was the show. Very well done. Very well done, Impact. Predictions for Sunday. Hollywood Edwards is going to predict the following. Tessa Blanchard goes over Gail. I'm predicting it. I'm also predicting Taya keeps the Knockouts title and Jordynne Grace gets screwed somehow. I'm not sure how, but I think it's going to happen. Who knows? Maybe Johnny will screw her just to build up more towards the end. To which I'm taking Cage to become the new Impact champion. I'm also taking LAX to become the new tag champions. Rich Swann versus Sami Callihan. I'm going with Callihan. Doing it. I think the heels overcome in this one. And I think they continue this on. And I wouldn't mind it if they did. So there you go. There's your Impact review for April 26th, 2019. The Go Home Show 2 Rebellion. Sunday on pay-per-view. I believe that's also on Fight TV for you streamers out there. Check it out. And who knows? I will do a post show at some point. I don't know if it's going to be the same night. But if not, it will definitely be Monday at some point. So at the very least Monday. All right, that's all I got. Hollywood Edwards, if you like the show, give me a like. Subscribe to us if you're not. Throw down in the comments if there's anything that you want to talk about. I will gladly hop on there and we'll have a little chit chat back and forth. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time. Enjoy Rebellion Sunday.
Soldiers of Shoot.